Look at me now, Grammy award-winning Burna Boy.
The song Last Last was #1 on US Afrobeat.
Last, now everybody go to breakfast.
You go bow for the result, nothing to discuss.
And the Grammy goes to... Oh, come on, Twice as Tall, Burna Boy.
There's something rare about Burna Boy. In an era where artists are constantly trying to please everyone, fans, brands, and the internet, he's one of the few who simply doesn't care. He speaks his mind, moves on his own terms, and lives like a man who has already paid the price for freedom. But that same rebellion, the thing that makes him so magnetic, also comes with consequences. This is the story of how Burna Boy became a global superstar by refusing to play the game, and what it really costs to be real in an industry built on image. Burna Boy's story begins in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, a city known for its rough energy and deep musical roots. Born Domini Ebunoluwa Ogulu, he wasn't the type of artist who fit into Nigeria's mainstream pop formula early on. While artists like Wizkid and Davido were creating radio-friendly Afrobeats, Burna was experimenting with sounds that blended reggae, dancehall, and Fela Kuti-inspired Afrofusion. He didn't just want to make hits, he wanted to make statements. From his early mixtapes to his breakthrough with Like to Party, Burna Boy carried an energy that screamed rebellion.
So I'm here with the girl them that like to party and move somebody. So I'm here.
He wasn't polished, he wasn't safe, but he was real. And in time, that became his biggest weapon. When most artists blow up, they adapt to the system. They soften their image, play politics, and chase brand deals. Burna Boy went the other way. Even after international fame, he stayed unpredictable, refusing to smile just for PR or change his accent for interviews.
I wanted my own. I wanted to be my own superhero where I could draw me as a superhero.
He made it clear, he wasn't going to bend just to fit the Western narrative of what an African artist should be. His interviews often went viral because of his bluntness. He once said, "I'm not a Nigerian artist, I'm an African giant." It wasn't arrogance, it was a demand for respect, a statement that African music deserved to stand on the world stage without apology. And ironically, that confidence, bordering on defiance, is what made him impossible to ignore. Burna Boy's music feels like a reflection of his mind, raw, defiant, emotional, and political. Listen closely, and you'll hear a man constantly wrestling with fame, identity, and the ghosts of his homeland. Albums like African Giant and Twice as Tall aren't just titles, they're declarations. He sings about corruption, oppression, and pride with the same intensity that he sings about love and heartbreak. Songs like Another Story dive into the painful history of colonialism.
Another story, story. Since 1960, then they play us wild.
Monsters You Made calls out the hypocrisy of global power.
Round and surrounded by pain. I've seen the sky turn to gray. It took the light from the day. It's like the heads of the state.
And even his party tracks, like Last Last, carry a layer of emotional honesty that cuts through the noise.
Oh, don't cry, yo.
To understand Burna Boy is to understand that rebellion isn't just his attitude, it's his art form. When Burna Boy's African Giant dropped in 2019, it wasn't just another Afrobeats album.
Tell them Africa we don't die.
It was a cultural event. It earned him a Grammy nomination and catapulted him into international stardom. But what stood out wasn't just the music, it was the message.
Since 1960, then they play us wild.
He didn't water down his sound for foreign audiences. Instead, he made them come to him. From Coachella to the Grammys, Burna carried himself like someone who didn't need validation. When he finally won the Grammy for Twice as Tall,
And the Grammy goes to... Oh, come on, Twice as Tall, Burna Boy.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
his speech summed it up perfectly.
You get me? This is a big win for my generation of Africans all over the world. And this should be a lesson to every African out there. No matter where you are, no matter what you plan to do, you can achieve it. Look at me now, Grammy award-winning Burna Boy.
This is for everyone that is African, anywhere in the world. You are truly kings and queens. That moment wasn't just about music, it was about reclaiming identity. But rebellion comes at a cost. Burna Boy's outspokenness often lands him in controversy. Whether it's social media clashes, public feuds, or comments that rub people the wrong way, he's never far from debate. Some call him arrogant. Others say he's misunderstood. But what's undeniable is that Burna doesn't play politics. He's not afraid to say what others won't, even if it costs him fans or friends. There have been stories of altercations, heated interviews, and headlines that paint him as difficult. But in his mind, he's just being honest. And in an industry built on fakery, honesty can look like rebellion. Burna Boy once said in an interview, "Fame is like a prison. And when you look closely, you see what he means. Fame demands that you smile when you're tired, apologize when you're not sorry, and stay likable even when you're angry." But Burna refuses to perform. He doesn't care if his truth makes people uncomfortable. That's the trade-off. He gets to be free, but freedom comes with isolation. Few can truly understand him, and fewer can handle his rawness. But maybe that's the price of authenticity. Loneliness in exchange for peace of mind. It's impossible to talk about Burna Boy without mentioning Fela Kuti, the Nigerian music icon and political revolutionary who shaped a generation. Fela's bold lyrics, his refusal to bow to authority, and his idea that music could confront power were all things that Burna picked up from his grandfather when he was growing up. This is the torch that Burna carries onward. In contrast to those who are more concerned with fame, Burna makes use of his platform to stimulate talk. Not only is he writing songs for the clubs, but he is also writing songs for the annals of history. From a certain point of view, he is the spiritual successor of Fela. He is the individual who makes revolt sound like rhythm. Burna Boy, however, is more than just a rebel. Additionally, he is quite emotional and even fragile. In songs such as 23,
Music make me feel like be Jordan. Now understand what they say I ain't born.
and Bank on It,
When the seas are troubled, then we all need someone. My life, no be smart in
he opens up about his struggles with self-doubt, heartbreak, and the burden of expectation. You can hear this in his music. As a result, he is unique in that regard. He does not pretend to be flawless in any way. He is demonstrating that you can have both strength and sensitivity at the same time. He is a human being. There are flaws, true and blazing. Few artists are able to achieve global success without sacrificing their individuality. Burna Boy, on the other hand, is one of the few who has. His music is unabashedly African, despite the fact that he performs all over the world. Headlined festivals, and works with Western superstars. He uses his heritage as a form of protection. Every aspect of it, from his sense of style to the words he writes, utters the phrase, "I am who I am." And as a result of this, he has made it possible for a new generation of African artists to emerge, who no longer feel the need to alter their identities in order to achieve success in the West. The question that needs to be answered is, how much does Burna Boy's rejection actually cost? Possibly, it is peace, a certain degree of popularity in the field. Genuineness, on the other hand, is something that he obtains, which is a more uncommon quality. Burna Boy serves as a reminder that the most radical thing that one can do is to simply be oneself, and this is especially important in a world that is so concerned with looks. A person's capacity to tell their truth, even when doing so causes them to feel uncomfortable. Instead of focusing on becoming someone that the world wants you to be, the objective is to create art that is a reflection of who you are. It is not because he is perfect that he stands out. Rather, it is because he is real. This is the reason why he draws attention to himself. It is not simply about recognition or honors that Burna Boy has been on this path. Rather, it is about having the fortitude to remain true in an industry that is founded on compromise. It is clear from his actions that defiance is not always loud. Sometimes all it takes is to just say no, while everyone else anticipates a yes. And by doing so, he has created something that is much more significant than hits. He has created a legacy. For other narratives that go beyond the music, be sure to click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and enable notifications if you found this video to be enjoyable. As a result of the fact that Burna Boy is not merely a musician, but rather a movement in his own right.